Hello, my name is Nicholas Cohen, and it is March 6, 2018, and I've decided to record some videos uh, following the progress of my most recent struggle with my insurance. I because I've been having a lot of trouble with it recently, and it's been causing me a lot of frustration. So I decided instead of crying quietly in my room by myself, I would record some videos talking about what is going on at the moment, um, and just to kind of vent, and also keep a record for the future, if anyone else has a similar problem, or just for me to look back on and be like, ha, I remember when that sucked. It doesn't anymore. Um, so yeah, it all started back in. I was born in 1994. No, I'm just kidding. So I guess it started in um, when I was. Well, originally, I'm currently under my parents' insurance with Anthem Blue Cross through the Fireman's Credit Union. Uh, until I am 26, which is only a couple of more years. I'm 24 right now, so people tell me. Uh, so yes, I'm still technically, I believe, under Blue Cross, but I've applied for Medi-cal because the procedure that I need to get that I've been trying to get for the last 18 decades of my life. I was denied it by Blue Cross through Fireman's Credit Union, not just Blue Cross, specifically through the Fireman's Credit Union. That's a whole other story that I'm not going to get into because something will be broken before I'm done with it. And so, um, so yeah, I got denied the procedure, which is my top surgery, through Blue Cross Credit Union, and so I was like, I'm gonna apply for Medi-cal because my parents have threatened a couple of times to take me off of their insurance if I attempt to get this procedure. So I was like, okay, you can have it then, and I'll get my own insurance. So my experiences with Medi-cal so far have been extremely frustrating. The most recent development that I've had is I received a letter, which I have right here. I got it on March. Wait. Yes, I received it on January 3rd, 2018. And it was a notice of action from the County of San Diego, Medi-cal, and Covered California, which apparently are two separate things that work together, insurance things. I don't know. It's extremely complicated. It's more complicated than it needs to be. But so this letter is basically informing me that you qualify for Medi-cal because of your income, which is extremely low. I work part-time at Starbucks. That's it. And it's it's a job, but I do only work part-time, and I'm not a student currently. Because of health reasons, which I'm trying to deal with this. And so I got a letter saying that I did qualify for Medi-cal, and I got my card. I got my insurance card and everything, and but I just called this morning to ask about the progress. So the steps are you get Medi-cal, and then you pick a provider through Medi-cal, whether it's like Kaiser or Blue Cross again or something else. And I was informed that I want to do community health group because the surgeon that I already made an appointment with that would be doing my procedure, that's the provider that he takes through Medi-cal, community health group. So I called Medi-cal this morning around noon, and they looked up my ID and my number, my case number, and they said that that I didn't have coverage. And I was like, I got a letter right here saying that I do. So they were like, well, here's this number, call the county medical office, aka the social services office for Medi-cal, through San Diego specifically, which is where I'm living now currently, and try to get through to them and ask them what's going on and make sure to see if you have actual coverage. So I did call that number, and it's impossible to get through. There's no like automated setup that you go through. It's just you call them. They say, sorry, we've got too much. The concentration of calls is too much. Call back later, and then they disconnect you. So you have no option to plead for your life or existence or anything like that. So I called at least 8 times today. I wasn't feeling particularly aggressive to call anymore. And also it's nearly 5 by now, so which is when they stop accepting calls. So and tomorrow I work early in the morning, so I can't start early in the morning tomorrow to call and keep calling until I get a representative. And like that's going to be a pain in the butt of a process, but I've heard other people have had to do that, and eventually you do get through to somebody. You just have to keep calling over and over again. So if I could clone myself and have my poor hapless clone just call over and over again while I go about my business, I would do that, but unfortunately this is reality and I have to do it myself. Which is very homophobic. But Thursday of this week, in 2 days, I have the day off of work, so I'm going to wake up at, first I'm going to try going in physically to the office because it's very close to my house. It's within walking distance, the Medi-cal office. And I'm going to try to get there really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. before they even open, and wait out front and try to walk in and get an appointment to talk to actual real-life breathing human being, and see if I can do that. I'll see how that goes, and depending on how that works out, whether or not it does, then I'll just keep fucking calling all day long Thursday, and that'll be my day, which, like, sucks, but I'm going to do what I have to do. So that is my plan right now. I also just was talking to someone from a group that I go to who suggested that I go in. There's another physical center, not Medi-cal, it's something else, family health group or something, that might be able to check on the status of my insurance, whether I do in fact have coverage under Medi-cal or not, which I think I am going to do, if they're still open, and just because in case I need to refill my medication before I get this all sorted out. That's what's kind of freaking me out the most, is if I don't get this sorted out very soon, if I can't get in touch with somebody, I might not be able to get my medication. I have at least 2 weeks worth right now at the moment, so like I'll be good until then, but I just have to, like, it is on right now. Like I have to get this sorted out or else I'm gonna be in real trouble. And like, this is my health, so it's just been a fucking like nightmare trying to sort this all out by myself. But I know once I do eventually get it all figured out, it'll be good, and I can, I'll be happy. But until then, it's just been like ridiculously frustrating. But that's why I'm recording these videos, to just get some of that frustration out, and it's helping because I do actually feel better now after recording this, and I'm going to make the next video after I've done all of those things that I said that I was going to do, and I will let you know of my progress at that point. So until then, yes, that's it. And I'm still Nicholas, and I will see whoever's watching this, at my next video, and with my adventures with insurance. And now I'm going to go eat something and maybe go for a walk. Self-care. Until next time.